What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king. Welcome you back to more Let's Play Pokemon White. In the last episode, we caught Virizion, the second member of the Swords of Justice, before returning to Icirrus City and basically just exploring the rest of the town, grabbing everything that we could now that the snow has cleared. And all that's really left here is the gym itself, which is just ahead. Now, I've got Lumiette at the front of my party holding an expert belt, given the fact that she is a fire type. That is going to be pretty necessary for the gym that we're going to be heading on into. And if you couldn't already tell based on the entrance outside, does this give it away? Yes, indeed. Please take this fresh water. I will. Thank you very much. Ice can be melted with fire or shattered with fighting, or you might want to smash it into dust with rock or steel. Yes, so this is an ice-type gym. And like I said in the last episode, Lumiette is going to be the star of the show here. Bathory and Arthur and Naz can't do anything in here, but that is okay. So the way that this works is very simple. Little sliding puzzles, except for they involve angles a little bit. So all you need to do, all you need to note in this gym, it's not complicated, is that whenever you see those tiles where there is sort of an arrow pointing away from them, it's kind of like a rubbed off arrow, that is the direction you need to be moving to then hit the curvy spot to be sent in the proper direction. You're going to notice up there, it's going to continue after we hit the switch and it rotates the curvy part, but it looks like we have a battle on our hands, so let's begin. Well, if you're feeling dizzy because of the gym machines, I will stand in your path. It's hilarious, though, because every single trainer in here is a fighting trainer, so black belts and battle girls and things along those lines. So, kind of funny in that regard, but they all have ice types. I don't know why. It's a little bit strange. So almost all you're going to see in here is Cubchoos and Cryogonals and, what's the other one? Oh, yeah, and then the Vanillite line. So that's, yeah, pretty much it. Not too bad to deal with. The only problem is these Cubchoos really like to throw out indoors, which means that you have to take 2 turns to take them down, even though they're really not all that hard to deal with. So that's why I have Hex on standby, is to just kind of finish them off, because I don't want to use Flame Burst too many times as we go. So yeah, we're just going to be taking them out one by one. That expert belt is going to be helping me a lot because one of those ice types happens to have extremely good special defense. We talked about it before. It's Cryogonal. Yeah, it's pretty darn good. There we go. Took you down, and then it looks like we got there. Speaking of, there is that Cryogonal, and actually this is a great reason to have Crush with us, because Cryogonal has very pitiful physical defenses, and that is going to come in a lot of handy in that scenario. Okay, yeah, sure, use your acid armor. Let's just hope this Inferno hits. I would like to use it a couple of times as we go through this gym, just to get it out of the way, you know what I mean? Not Ice Beam. Gosh dang it. All right, come on. Land your Infernos. Listen, I know it's 50%, but I know you can do it. Let's see. Come on. I believe in you. There it is. About frickin' time. Yeah, I had to miss twice to then hit. All right. Perfect. And down goes Cryogonal. So that is the first trainer out of the way. Lumiette and Bathory got a lot more experience off the back of that one. And now we hit the switch, and this will rotate it the proper direction, so we can now take it around this direction. And there we go. You pretty much have 2 trainers in each section, 3 ice puzzles to go through. Like I said, they're extremely straightforward, very simple. Not nearly as difficult as, I guess, brain taxing. Not to say that the other ones were brain taxing, but I would say out of every ice gym, because all of them have these sliding puzzles, this is probably the least brain taxing out of all of them. Like when I think of like Juan, for instance, in which is hilarious because he's not even an ice type trainer, he's a water type trainer. But I think of Juan back in Pokemon Emerald, like walking on the or trying not to walk over the same tiles again. I mean, he's still like ridiculously freaking easy. That was ridiculously easy to figure out, but it's still a lot harder than this one. All right, I need to actually like land a shot here. I love how this thing is beefing up its physical defenses too against this Lampent here. It may survive that Flame Burst though, because I just could not land that Inferno. I mean, 4 misses out of 5 is pretty darn rough. Oh, a critical hit. That actually really, really sucks. I guess I'll have to use Crush for this. This is why we have him on standby. I probably got a little bit too careless, I suppose, and didn't actually do my revives, but no, this Rock Slide should more than take it out. I think we'll be fine. Now it finally uses, or we could just miss again. Wow, I am having just the worst luck in this episode. So many things are missing. And it's not like all these Pokemon are packing Bright Powders. Just come on, land your hits. 95% accuracy, or maybe Rock Slide's 90%, but that's still ridiculous, even after missing Inferno all those times. Come on, RNG. Let's get it in, get it together, kick it in high gear. Come on. All right, so I am going to do a revive here, and I do need to spend a bunch of things that I have on me. Where? There they all are. I need to spend a bunch of things that I have on me on my Pokemon, which I'm probably going to do after this gym is all said and done. We're going to be getting through this entire thing today, and plus a little bit extra after the gym is over, so just bear with me on that. Limiette, you should be fine. I have PP ups that I am planning on using on certain moves on my team. I am not going to be using it on Flame Burst, though, because that is not the ultimate fire move that Limiette is going to be saddled with for the remainder of the game. There is actually a better one that she's going to be getting access to later. All right, let's take on this Cubchoo. And like I said, just mostly these little guys. We'll start to run into more Vanillites and stuff as we proceed further throughout the gym, so just bear with me. All right, yeah, don't use your Endure. Thank you, I appreciate that. Very easy to deal with. And there we go. His name is Kendrew. I've never heard that name, Kendrew. A mix between Ken and Andrew. That is incredibly foreign to me. Anyway, let's battle this girl really quickly. Now, this one is a little bit more on the Trixie side. Just a teeny tiny bit, but really it's not. It'll make more sense. All right, so Makiko, battle your Cubchoo. And I think this girl has a Vanillish as well. The second stage of the Vanillite line. I don't think any of them actually have Vanillites. I think they're all too high level for that. Okay, there's that Endure I was waiting for. And the problem with Endure is it can absolutely work, I believe, up to 3 turns in a row. I think it's when you get to like a 4th consecutive use that is, there's just no way it's going to land. But luckily it did fail there, so we'll take that. And down you go. Again, this is why we have Hex on standby. And there's Vanillish. Okay. This one's going to be worth a lot more experience, and that's what I care about. That's kind of the big downside to fighting all these Cubchoos. They don't really amount to a whole lot. They're kind of just a waste of time and almost a waste of a move to bring down. But there we go. Bathory hits level 32 off of that one and wants to learn the move Dragon Dance. This is a must learn. Dragon Dance is a great sweeper move, especially for something like Bathory, because it raises the attack and speed stats. Get one of those set up, and she is going to be sitting pretty for quite some time. There are actually some TMs that we have on her that I'm going to be teaching her as well, but I'm not even going to worry about that until we actually are able to use her. So when she evolves into Fracture, which isn't too long from now, but it's going to be a little bit. So, oh, shoot, I didn't mean to do that. I walked one step too far. Let me correct. I have to go all the way back to the beginning to fix that. So let me go here, go over this way. That was just me fat fingering it. Go down, and then we're going to want to go all the way into this one, which is going to knock us down here. Now we can go straight onto the button, which is going to turn it all the way that way. We want to return to this area where the Battle Girl is, and then take this one around and onto the last puzzle. So now, battle you, and then we got one more trainer in this area, and then the gym leader himself after we get through this final puzzle. But hopefully there's less Cubchoos to deal with here. I think this girl is only packing Vanillishes, if I'm not mistaken. So, some nice experience that I could take away from it because Vanillish isn't too beefy or anything. But I am getting kind of low on my Flame Burst. Hopefully I have enough for the big fight itself. I should. I really, really should, unless I get incredibly unlucky with various things happening in that fight. I don't really think it's going to be too much of a problem. I'm not even going to bother using an Ether or anything. So down you go. And then it's probably going to take me 2 more uses to get through the next fight. There we are. All right, Battle Girl Chandra has been beaten. And now, for this puzzle, what we're going to immediately want to do is go over to this one, take this around, which flips us over here, go over to the rocks, take this back now the other way. So this allows us to get to the L-shaped platform, the reverse L. And now we can fight the final gym trainer here. So let's take him down super quickly, as fast as I possibly can. What do you have? You also have a Vanillish. Okay. That's what I like to see. Very few Cryogonal in here, though. It's like the game doesn't even recognize that there are other ice types out there, but that is one area Gen 5 is pretty darn lacking on, is ice types, which I kind of get it. I mean, ice types, I hate how Game Freak has always treated them. They're always just like, yeah, they're offensively good and they have very good special defenses, but they almost never have good physical defenses, and their speed is always bad. Like, how many ice types are fast? Like, none of them, which is very unfortunate, but I mean, it fits the theme, but gosh dang it, you kind of need speed to succeed. And with all that, we are done with all of the gym trainers here. Now let's go hit this button. And this is going to allow us to do another double take here. So around we go, back over to the rock, over this way. And there we are. Now we can finally get to the entrance. All right. Y'all ready? Yeah, let's just do this thing. You appear ready to face a gym leader. Then bring it. What a simple introduction from a pretty darn cool gym leader, design-wise. This is Bryson, the leader of the Iciris Gym. Much like the last several gyms before it, he is only packing 3 Pokemon once again. This gym leader, only 2 of his Pokemon are going to be rocking the special move that you're going to be getting in TM form once this fight is over. But first up, we have Vanillish at level 37 with Frost Breath, Acid Armor, Astonish, and Mirror Shot. The Mirror Shot's an interesting move, interesting Steel-type attack, but Frost Breath is the one to watch out for here. Because Frost Breath's whole deal is that while it only has a meager base power of 40, it never fails to land a critical hit, which means that it completely negates any defensive boosts that you might get to overcome it. His next Pokemon is actually his most powerful one, Beartic at level 39 with Swagger, Icicle Crash, Slash, and Brine. This is the only one of his Pokemon with a contingency plan for fire types, and otherwise it still is pretty easy to deal with. I don't think we're going to completely one-shot it, but it is going to use Swagger, which is a little bit of an issue. I think I am actually just going to go with a full heal here and play it safe as opposed to trying to do anything else, especially because he's going to definitely be healing on this turn. So let's do that. Why am I in this menu? It is in the status restore menu. Thank you very much. Let's use that really quickly. And there we go. All right, so Bryson uses his Hyper Potion. Now, Icicle Crash is a very powerful physical Ice-type move that you do need to be worried about. Slash obviously can't hit my Ghost-type here. And Brine is a Water-type move that is much more powerful when the opposing Pokemon is under half health, which obviously Lumiette is not. And also, Beartic is more of a physical attacker than a special attacker, so I'm not too worried about its damage if and when it does eventually land. But I am going to absolutely stall this guy's Swaggers out because I don't want to try to chance it and then get hit with a confusion a bunch of times. So let's just keep trying these flame bursts, and eventually we will knock this thing out. Might be a little tough to do. I might actually have to switch to Crush for his final Pokemon as we knock him down another peg again. There is a third Swagger. He really is determined to make this one ability land, and I'm not going to let it happen, and there's nothing you can make me do that will allow it to happen. So there's Brine. Unless this crits, I think we should be okay. Even then, it probably still wouldn't have been a one-shot. And now let's use that final Flame Burst and take you out. And we're going to be switching to Crush for the final Pokemon here. So there we go. Good experience for Bathory. Last but not least is Cryogonal, packing Aurora Beam, Frost Breath, Reflect, and Rapid Spin. Interesting set of moves there. It's honestly not anything I would be all that worried about. Like I said, Frost Breath, you know, is the signature move. It does have Reflect to somewhat negate its really pitiful physical defenses, but it shouldn't be enough to save it from a Rock Slide. And then a Rapid Spin is pretty much there just to get rid of setup things like Spikes, for instance, or oh my gosh, why am I forgetting the other one? Stealth Rock, excuse me, that can actually do quite a lot of damage to ice types when they come into play here. So that's the only reason that it's really holding on to that. But otherwise, you land on a nice Rock Slide on it, and it is done for. We have defeated Leader Bryson. And there we go. What a wonderful friendship indeed. In honor of your stout heart, I will give you this. And there it is. The 7th gym badge, leaving only one that remains. It's kind of crazy how close we were getting to the end here. I can't believe it. My goodness. See the Freeze badge. You have 7 badges. That means Pokemon up to level 80 will obey you. This TM will convey my regard for your accomplishments. And there it is, TM79 Frost Breath. A move that always results in a critical hit. Thank you. I will take it. Now, let's get the heck on out of here. And we're going to take this Ice Slide down that has absolutely no guardrails whatsoever and is also curved, but apparently the ice physics carry us in exactly the direction of the slope. That's not how that works, but okay. And let's get on out of here. And as soon as we do... Levi, I've been talking with Bianca, and I'm wondering, since we left New Vema Town, has something about me changed? Thinking about what I want to do, thinking about what I should do. Felt like there was nothing. Have I really become stronger, or is it just my Pokemon that have? I don't know anymore. Hey, cheer up, Charon. Isn't it nice to see everyone? Levi, know what? This time, I'll go to the Pokemon fan club. I'm really searching for what I want to do and what I can do. Bryson, what are you doing? Who are you? Who, us? I'm Bianca, and this is Charon. I know you are there. Why don't you show yourselves? Ah! These guys. Impressive, Gym Leader of Osiris City. We, the Shadow Triad, are beings of the shadows and not easily noticed. Our mission was to speak only with Levi, but so be it. Getsus has a message for you. Come to Dragon Spiral Tower. It is there that our Lord N waits for you. Now, our mission is complete. Dragon Spiral Tower, what's going on? Hey, tell me! Now, hang on. Young man, if you're here for a gym challenge, hang on for a bit. I've got to head to Dragon Spiral Tower. I'm going too. Dragon Spiral Tower is to the north of here, right? All right, looks like we're going to probably need to fall behind them. Bianca, what do you think? Whoa, whoa. What should I do? For now, I have to go to Dragon Spiral Tower. Okay, I'm heading north. All right, Bianca, we will meet you there in due time. But guys, that is probably going to be it for this episode of Let's Play Pokemon White. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode very, very much. Like I said, in the next episode, we're going to be heading off to Dragon Spiral Tower. We're going to try to put a stop to Team Plasma Scheme. And we're going to be doing a whole myriad of other things on the way. So I hope we're all looking forward to that. I will see you all in the next one.